Blessings, peace, prosperity. How everybody doing? I'm King Kevin Dorival. It's a blessing to be here today, to be alive and well. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Today we're going to talk about faith over facts. Faith over facts. I've realized in recent years and actually recent days of how many people are actually losing their faith. They're losing it due to information they see on the internet, social media, comments and posts. They're losing their faith over what's in the news, losing their faith over what it looks like in their lives. Now, I've told you guys a couple of times, quite a few times actually, that you cannot live a life just focused solely on what you see. Because if you focus solely on what you see with your eyes and what you're hearing, then you're going to fail. Because these things, yes, it is important to see with your physical eyes and physical ears, but to be able to hear with your spiritual ears and see with your spiritual eyes is so much more greater. And it allows your faith space to work in. You see, we're not giving our faith any kind of space. So you have to give your faith space to operate in. Give God something to manifest in your life. Give God something to multiply in your life. But if you're just going to be complaining, if you're just going to be crying and whining and being bitter and negative over what you have done or the life you have created, the world you have created around you, then you have no one else to blame but yourself. But the good thing is, if you're listening to this video or you're watching it, that you are blessed because you are alive. So just acknowledge the fact that you are alive, you are breathing. You may not be living happily, or you may not be in a position that you want to be in or in the best place, but you have a chance to get it right. That's a blessing behind every day that the sun is rising. That's why, as of recent videos, my last two videos, I've been doing them right here. This space behind me is a window with a beautiful plant and trees, and you can see the outside. The sun is shining. That's the whole point. It's another day to be alive. You have another day to be who you want to become. You get the chance to plant those seeds. And that's why it's so important to really think not just about what you don't have, but what do you have? What do you have that can be a blessing to someone else? A lot of times we may run out of money to even pay our bills, or we short on our rent, but we have a little something and someone else is in dire need of the little bit we have. Do you pay your rent with the little bit you have, or do you be a blessing to someone else? And a lot of times we need to be a blessing to someone else. It is much wiser to do that, because when you're able to support and uplift someone else, you will see that the universe, the laws of the cosmos, the laws of the universe, the principles of life, karma, it comes back and it blesses you tenfold sometimes. I can tell you countless times where I've been a blessing to someone else and it has come back to me, maybe not even from that person directly, but indirectly a blessing came about. God would never allow tragedy or trauma to someone who is supporting and loving and giving to other people. Yeah, someone may lose their life at some point. We all gonna pass away, or some horrible incident happens. But in essence, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that when you give, be prepared to be received. You feel what I'm saying? You may receive something far greater than you ever thought or even imagined. But it's all about your mindset and having that faith. The Bible talks about, I believe it was Matthew 17:20, and it talks about when Jesus was saying that even if you have a faith the size of a mustard seed, even with a faith the size of a mustard seed is this small. It's extremely tiny. It's extremely, you can't even barely see it. You know what I mean? Unless you have like a handful of seeds. As a matter of fact, go to one of these stores like Home Depot or Lowe's or some plant store and ask them for some mustard seeds, and look how small those things are. But what's so powerful about them is when they grow, they sprout and really become big trees. You feel me? The mustard seed. And if you even plant a mustard seed in the center or towards the edge of a mountain, that mountain will eventually, break up because of that mustard seed. Will grow to be so big and powerful. That's the thing with faith. You may not can see it immediately, but in the long haul, the long road, life can be long but exciting. But in the long haul, you will see and reap the benefits of that. So don't judge everything by what you see today. That is what I want you guys to get from this video. Do not judge everything by what you hear today. You follow what I'm saying? Because someone that you are listening to could be sent from the devil, from the enemy, some kind of hater, coming to inject your world with negativity, to cause you to lose your faith or even confidence. Do you think that I have confidence 24/7, 365 days a year? That I have faith on every single thing and every single day? Sometimes my faith does weary. Sometimes it does get diminished a little bit, just a little bit. But then I snap out of it, and that's very important to have that consciousness, to be aware that your faith, your consciousness, your confidence, your love, and what you believe in is being challenged. You see, one thing that really, and how can I say this? One thing that we take for granted and we don't really are observant of it is how many people come into your world just to break down what you got going on. Especially if you win it. Especially if you got something that they want and they couldn't accomplish it. It could be family, brothers and sisters. It could even be your parents. Look at the story of Joseph. And Joseph was, the story of Joseph is in Genesis. And how he was a visionary. I'm the visionary of my family. So I always tell people I'm the Joseph of my family. Because I'm the game changer. You feel me? But his own brothers and sisters and even father began to hate on him a little bit, to get a little envious. Sometimes your dreams are too big to reveal. It's too big to tell other people. Back in the day, and this is, I want to say medieval times, but I'm not really sure the date. But back in the day, you know that the terminology, knock on wood? You know where that comes from? There was a time where we were very spiritual people, worldwide, whether it's spiritually evil or just spiritually benevolent. We were spiritual people. We were conscious about the spiritual realm and how it impacts our physical world. As a matter of fact, and Dr. Ashomuku Boroshengo says this all the time. What we see in the physical is only a reflection of what is happening or what has happened in the spiritual world. Everything that takes place in the physical takes place in the spiritual world first. That's why it's so important to see and hear with your spiritual ears and see with your spiritual eyes and speak from a place of spirituality. You see, and oftentimes we don't really take advantage of that. And we're not really conscious that there are people who are sent by the enemy who understands this and robs your dreams and goals. And so what people used to do is they used to knock on the wood on the walls or tables or whatever they had that was wood. They'll knock on it as they speak to someone. If they want to tell someone something very secretive and private, and to make sure no one hears it, particularly any spiritual being cannot hear what they're saying. So through the whole conversation, both people would tap and knock on the door, you know what I'm saying? That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do to make sure that the ghost or demonic spirits or people that's spying would not hear it. So when someone speaks a blessing over your life, someone prophesies over your life, it could be anybody. It could be a friend, it could be a pastor, a prophetess, a bishop. It could be even a psychic, someone who communicates, through mediums. Just like they're telling you the great things are going to happen to you if you are ready for it. Because a lot of times when people prophesy, they're prophesying to you, but they were told this message, but you weren't ready for it. Therefore, it wasn't really for you. It was for someone else that was in the area who heard it. You feel what I'm saying? And so when you're speaking your blessings and when someone is speaking to you about the blessings that are coming to you in your life, make sure, I'm not saying to knock on the wood, knock on the doors, but be mindful that just like you're hearing it, that the enemy hears it as well. So when you hear these things, this good news is coming to you, the gospel. That's what gospel means, good news. Be prepared to go to war. Be prepared to protect the vision that you have. Not just here in the physical, but definitely in the spiritual. And I know I talked about the whole spiritual world, the spiritual dimensions in my book, 7 Types of Queen's Keen Desire, which is the book behind me. You see right there. And I'm also telling you this because once you read this book, and then you get my next one coming out, which is 7 Types of Kings that Queens Desire, and you see how these two books correlate. Because my thing is, if you are a queen, a king, or just say a man or woman, everybody goes by the name king or queen, it is important that you get with someone who has faith. That is vitally important. It is crucial and essential to reach your purpose and destiny. I just did a video and released it the other day entitled Recognizing the Resurrection Power of a Queen and Goddess. Recognizing that ability, understanding that you have that power, that you are the chosen one. You are the one that's going to change the path of your family and your future. You. But when you understand your power and you walk with someone, and you're in a relationship or you're being courted by someone or you're married, that you have someone next to you that believes in what you believe in, those core values, those core principles, and that you guys not only have the same faith, but you also speak the blessings amongst each other. Speak encouragement, speak power, speak success, abundance, and all that good stuff. All of that is good. When you speak in those words, they are magnifying your faith. I may not have it now, but hey, money's coming to me today, right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know people are giving up on miracles. Don't even think miracles happen. Miracles that were in the Bible or miracles they have read in books that miracles don't take place anymore. Of course miracles take place. I'm a walking miracle. If you know my story, and I talked about my story in my first book, The Courage to Believe, which is an inspirational autobiography. And there's a picture of a lion on the front of that cover. Why the lion? Because in my life, I had to overcome in abundance, a tremendous amount of adversity. From growing up in the ghetto, seeing people killed, getting shot, getting beat up, seeing my mom get hit a couple of times, seeing robberies go down, people snorting dope, getting yanked out of cars, you name it, I seen it. You know what I mean? Like growing up, I seen cracking guns, in elementary school. I'm a young kid, and me and my siblings, we seen this stuff. We grew up in it. But I had the mindset at a young age that I want more than this. I want to be able to be successful. I want to be able to accomplish things in life. I want to be fruitful and multiply. I deserve it. So speak to yourself that you deserve to be successful. Say it, repeat after me as you listen to this. I deserve to be successful. I deserve to be successful. I deserve to be successful. And then you go from I deserve to I am. And close your eyes and say, that's why my eyes is closed, because I want you guys to understand that you have to tap into the spiritual powers that God has given you, that's bestowed upon you. And you can't do it sometimes with your eyes. They say the person with the best vision is a blind one, blind to the world. And now you go from saying, I deserve to be successful, and now you're going to be saying that I am successful. I am success. Thank you, God, for giving me a successful life. Thank you, God, for giving me a successful marriage. Thank you, God, for giving me a successful business, for giving me a successful home. Speak these things over yourself constantly, even if it could be straight chaos going on in your life. It could be straight hell going on in your life. But you speak the blessings, that those words you speak is going to create the environment that's around you. You have 100 to 200 billion brain cells. 100 to 200 billion brain cells that can record, that can create everything in your life. When you use your brain, when you use your brain cells, they literally create everything around you. Imagine a bunch of digital bits or atoms. Imagine millions and billions of atoms around you. And every word you speak, something is formulating. Something, you know what I'm saying? Something going down. Like for instance, if I wanted to, create this couple here. This is my Kwanzaa couple. They made it with me to Georgia from Florida. If I wanted to create this, and I think, as I'm thinking, I'm speaking, I want to create this couple. I want to be married. I want my wife to love me. I want my husband to love me. I want to be the greatest marketing director. I want to be the greatest teacher. I want to be the greatest pastor. Speak these things, and you'll notice slowly, bit by bit, it's creating itself. It's creating a book. You want to write a book? Okay. I want to write a book. I want to write a book. Okay. Think about it. Watch. Use your faith. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it manifesting. Think about it happening. Think about it being already done. That the time has already passed. It has occurred already. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Dwell on it until it manifests. Keep thinking, because as you keep thinking about it, you're going to notice what's very important. You're going to start taking steps to make sure that it manifests. Everything you're dreaming and you're thinking of and you want to happen in life, watch what happens when you keep thinking about it. You're going to start making steps every day until that dream and goal manifests. And that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of the power of God. And believe it or not, you are a God. You are a goddess. You feel me? We're just small little gods, but we are God in a physical form. So we have that power. Just what you think, just like those people who do those horrendous crimes and victimize kind of people, all kinds of things. You think they have power and strength? Yes, they do. From the enemy, but your power is greater because we serve the Most High God. And I'm generally speaking to those who have a genuine heart and wants to give and do good things. Trust me, if you ever have to go to battle against an enemy, against the devil in real life, not just talking about, spiritual battle. Of course, it's spiritual, but I'm not just talking about spiritual. I'm talking about like straight up war, whether it's with a gun or a fist fight or sword or knife, whatever the case may be, and they come in to attack you, or you're preventing them from attacking someone else. You don't think God don't give you the power to overpower that individual? You would be blessed at that given time. I truly believe if I need to fly right now, I'm in Buckhead, Atlanta right now, Atlanta, Georgia. If I needed to fly right now, this very second, and someone's life or many people, their life depended on it, it will happen. I truly believe God will give me the ability to fly. I may not physically fly there, but somehow a helicopter is going to land somewhere where I'm at or top of the building that I'm praying for, and I'm going to get there. I can give you countless examples of miracles that has happened. Just the other day, I was at Morehouse College, and there's a professor I've been trying to find for the past 2 months, sending emails, calls. I haven't gotten a reply or answer. But she actually is a professor at Spelman. She just happened to be at Morehouse that evening. And I'm walking in front of the building. This happened 5 days ago, 6 days ago at Spelman, September 20th, 2018. I was right there. And all of a sudden, I'm walking in front of the Martin Luther King Chapel, Dr. Martin Luther King Chapel, and this lady walks by, and I'm taking selfies of myself, and she walks by and asks me, would you like help with taking the pictures? I said, sure. She took the pictures. I said, thank you so much. I helped her down the steps with her suitcase, and she asked me what my name was, and we started talking and walking a little bit because we was walking in the same direction, and I started to leave. And I was like, well, you have a blessed one. And I said, by the way, what's your name? And she told me, Dr. Lewis. I said, Dr. Lewis, you're the one I've been looking for. I'm King Kevin Dorival, the author of 7 Toxic Clinking Desire. And she said, really? So this is your flyer? I said, yes, this is my flyer, and I can have you come and do a book talk one day. And I said, yes! That was a miracle. You follow what I'm saying? Me coming to Atlanta is a miracle. As a matter of fact, driving up here, as I was driving up here, leaving Florida, knowing I'm leaving all kinds of things behind: stress, drama, pressure, failures, you know, just all kinds of things. And as I'm driving, and it's the evening time now, it's nighttime. I think it was about 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. I was driving, I got on the road, I think 6 p.m. By this time it's maybe 9, 10 p.m. that evening. And I seen a falling star. And I was like, wow, this is meant to be. I haven't seen a falling star. I don't even know when the last time I seen a falling star. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I see a falling star. And as I'm driving the Penske truck with my car on a hitch, and I'm driving with all my stuff and all my dreams and goals and passion, and I seen the star, I just became overwhelmed with joy. It was such a blessing. And so I thank God for everything, and I pray and hope that I was able to inspire you to believe in yourself and believe miracles still happen today in 2018. Miracles are still happening, and they're going to take place in 2019. But in many of us, for whatever reason, you know, someone took our lights out. You know, let me show you something. You see this lamp? This is the lamp, right? It just went out. You see how this went out? And I was going to show you guys an example. But when I take this light, there's people in our lives that want to take our lights out. They are sent by the enemy for one reason: to take your lights out, to dim your light. They dim your light to make sure you stop dreaming. That's their purpose in life. But with faith, with purpose, with understanding and wisdom and studying and not being so emotional to where every decision you make is based on your emotions, because the devil will play you with your emotions. Now, they'll play you. But you can use your emotions to your benefit by using that energy towards something positive. But you must not let anybody dim your light. Use your faith in God. And I'm not talking about God in the church or just talking about God in the Bible. I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about God everywhere. Everywhere you are, God is there. Whatever you walk to, God is in the midst. Whatever scene, whatever room you walk into, you should be able to light the room up. Your powers as a goddess, as a god, as a king or queen, whatever you want to call yourself, you are who you say you are. Use your faith. Activate it. Give your faith space. Give your faith some space. That's all you got to do. And I'm going to get going. Definitely thank you for watching this video. Check out my website. I actually just updated it. I'm providing life coaching skills on top of relationship advice. So the Mastering Your Life course that I'm giving is phenomenal. You want to sign up. The sooner the better. So it will be a blessing in your life. Trust me on this one. So if you're looking to understand how to balance your life, time management, how to manifest your goals and dreams step by step in private sessions over the phone or in person, I can help you with that. I can definitely, and I would love to help you with that. Contact me at www.kevindorival.com. That's DORIVAL.com. Website below. Check the link out. Email me, info@kevindorival.com. And yeah, let's make it happen. You know, use your faith. Don't just use it when you're in trouble. Use it every day. Use it all the time. All right? Be blessed. Peace, prosperity to you and your life and your family. I'm King Kevin.